wild story. Well, meet the most hated man in America, OJ Simpson. See, OJ had a problem. You see, after Orenthal James was found not guilty for his wife and her friend, the court said, oh, you think you finna get away with this? So a little while later, they arrest OJ again. He said, what I do? The judge said, you know what you did? You going to jail for 16 years. OJ said, what did I do? They said, well, it says here it's battery and burglary. You were in a traffic stop and you took somebody's glasses off. OJ said, y'all finna give me 16? They said, well, when you take somebody's glasses, all right, you free to go for now. Boom, the FBI then raided his house. They said, where the drugs at, OJ? He said, what? They said, somebody said you got in here. He said, I ain't got no drugs. They started looking all over the place. They said, OJ said, y'all tripping. Hold on, somebody calling me. Cable company, what y'all want? They said, hey, yeah, when the FBI was raiding your house, they found that you was getting cable networks that you shouldn't be having, so you got to give us $50,000. He said, they still here. Y'all quick with it. FBI said, we the FBI. Shut it, you know it. OJ said, I'm finna go take a vacation. All y'all leave me alone. They said, where you going? He said, leave me alone. He goes to Miami. He hops on a boat. They stop him. They said, OJ, this is a manatee zone and you speeding. You going to jail. OJ said, come on. They said, all right, fine. You're not going to jail. We tripping a little bit, but we going to give you a speeding fine. OJ said, y'all finished? They said, nah, you owe us $1 million in taxes. OJ said, $1 million? All right, y'all got it. Now y'all finished? They said, you better not mess up, OJ. He messed up, but you need to listen closely. Somebody named Richie calls him and says, I sell sports memorabilia. For those of you that don't know, OJ played football. He was really good. They said, somebody stole some of your stuff and they're trying to sell it to me. OJ said, I don't care. The guy shows him some of the items. Now, it's family stuff. It's pictures of him, his mom, and all that. OJ says, okay, I care a little bit now. Richie says, I got a plan. Prepare your ears. You're about to hear something stupid. He says, what if, instead of calling the police, I walk in, pretend that I'm gonna buy the stuff. Then you pop in like surprise and say, give me my stuff. OJ says, that's not a bad idea. OJ's lawyer hits him up, says, OJ, you stupid? OJ goes, watch out, bro. I was going to Vegas for a wedding anyway. So while I'm there, I might as well pick up the stuff. No big deal. OJ goes to the wedding. Richie calls up OJ. By the way, his name is Riccio, but I'm going to keep calling him Richie. He calls up OJ and says, hey, bro, I forgot to tell you, it's a lot of stuff, so you might need to bring some people. OJ says, I got people in the wedding. They just finna come with me. Richie says, cool. Hey, I forgot to tell you another thing. Bro kind of big. Dude, you finna buy stuff from kind of big. So OJ go, big how? Richie go, his chest is large, so you might need to buy some security. OJ said, we just picking up some stuff. Some dude said, I'll come. OJ said, huh? He said, I do security. I'll come. OJ said, all right, come on. OJ and his crew arrive at the hotel. Before they get to the hotel room, the security guy was like, OJ, I got the strap if you need me. OJ said, what's wrong with you? He said, oh, I'm fired. I'm gonna keep it in my pocket. OJ said, keep it in your pocket. They walk into the hotel room. Richie opens the door. It's Richie's hotel room. OJ says, surprise! And he sees none other than a friend of his, Bruce. Bruce go, OJ. OJ go, Bruce. So it turns out that OJ's longtime friend, Bruce, and some other dude took his stuff. Now remember who all here? Richie standing on the side going, ooh, it's OJ, his security team, Bruce, and the other dude. Bruce says, my fault, gang. It's your stuff. OJ go, I know. I'm finna just take my stuff. The other dude with Bruce go, who taking whose stuff? OJ security guard go, you trying to get gangster? Pulls out the strap and go, what were you saying? Everybody said, oh, you got it? Now, OJ says he didn't see when the was brought out and Bruce told him afterwards. Regardless of all that, the police get involved. They book OJ for armed robbery and kidnapping, life in prison. OJ goes, that's ridiculous. His lawyer go, he said, OJ, everybody in that room turned on you so fast, I almost threw up. Richie recorded the whole thing. The security guard recorded the whole thing, and it doesn't look good for you. OJ said, I'm obviously being set up. His lawyer said, you ain't gotta convince me, you gotta convince the jury. OJ looked at the jury, they all white. He said, I'm going to jail. But OJ still thinks he has a chance because it turns out that guy Richie, turns out he's a con man. Remember when I told you he recorded OJ earlier? His wife said a typical con is to record OJ then sell it to TMZ, which he did for $150,000. Now, they used the recording in the court. In this recording, OJ's losing it, saying, everybody give me my stuff right now, right now. OJ says, I never said that. So they bring in the FBI. The FBI listens to the tape and they go, it's probably fake. As for the security guard, I'll let him tell you what he said.
I said, OJ, I'm not going to prison for him because I know he wouldn't go for me.
Now, OJ was found guilty very quickly, as well as another guy. I lied to you a little bit earlier. There was a guy who didn't snitch on him in the room. He said, sometimes you gotta stand for what is right. We all knew this was a setup for the trial with his ex-wife, so I'm not gonna lie. The judge said, ugh, and they gave the guy who didn't snitch 2 years instead of 12 years. Now, OJ, on the other hand, got 33 years, but only served 9. Because he kept asking for retrials. The people that testified against him kept saying on interviews, maybe I exaggerated a little bit, so they let him go.